9th August 1925. A train from Saharanpur is heading towards Lucknow. As the train crosses the Kakori station, a man gets up from his seat and pulls the chain. The train is forced to stop. Armed men take control of the guard's cabin and loot all the money inside. So who were these people and why did they loot the train? The Kakori Train Robbery is one of the most important events of our national movement. It is part of our national memory. It can be regarded as the equivalent of the Boston Tea Party or the attack on Bastille. But we need to understand a little backstory before we go into the details. In the early years of the 20th century, nationalist movements in India had started to gain momentum. In 1920, Mahatma Gandhi launched the non-cooperation movement against the colonial establishment. Being a strong proponent of non-violence, Mahatma Gandhi was not in favor of causing any physical harm to anybody. But on the 4th of February 1922, at a place called Chauri Chaura, a police station was torched by a mob. This resulted in the deaths of 22 policemen. Mahatma Gandhi was shocked and saddened by this incident. Now he was sure that the Indian masses were not yet prepared for a non-violent movement. Therefore, he called off the non-cooperation movement. However, this decision of his did not go down very well with many Indian freedom fighters. The withdrawal of the non-cooperation gave a group of young radical freedom fighters the perfect pretext to form an organization called the Hindustan Republican Association. Its main leaders were Chandrashekhar Azad, Ram Prasad Bismil, Ashfaqulla Khan and Sachindranath Bakshi. The withdrawal of the non-cooperation movement by Mahatma Gandhi is often seen as the reason for the establishment of the HRA. But there was always a group of people which was doubtful about Mahatma Gandhi's non-violent techniques. The manifesto of the HRA was drafted by Ram Prasad Bismil and its goal was the overthrow of the British rule and creation of a Federal Republic of the United States of India. To achieve this goal, the HRA was not averse to the use of violent methods. However, to carry out their mission, the HRA needed funds. Robbing the wealthy class seemed to be a perfect solution to fix this problem. But this tactic severely damaged the reputation of the organization. Realizing the damage done to their reputation, the HRA decided not to loot any Indian in the future. Now, the HRA decided to do something different that would not only rebuild their image but also fetch the required funds for their activities. It was then that Ram Prasad Bismil conceived the idea of a train dacoity. In his autobiography titled Atmakatha, Bismil narrates that once during a train journey, he had seen bags full of money were brought and kept in the guard's coach. How did Bismil get to know that the train from Saharanpur to Lucknow was carrying money? Who passed on the information? Going by Bismil's own account, it was a mere estimation that the train would be carrying around 10,000 rupees. Whether or not Bismil had collaborators in the British establishment is very difficult to tell. On the 9th of August 1925, 10 men of the HRA, including Ram Prasad Bismil, Ashfaqulla Khan, Chandrashekhar Azad, Sachindranath Bakshi and Rajendra Lahiri, boarded the number 8 down Saharanpur-Lucknow train. As the train crossed the Kakori station, Rajendra Lahiri pulled the emergency chain to bring the train to a halt. These armed men then proceeded towards the guard's cabin and took it under their control. They looted around 4,600 rupees, which was not too small a sum in those days. However, a passenger named Ahmad Ali was unintentionally killed in the process. The justification given by the HRA for this act of robbery was that the money belonged to Indians, which was siphoned off by the British government in the form of taxes. This robbery did two things. Firstly, it dealt a severe blow to the prestige of the British government. It exposed the weaknesses of the British intelligence and police. Secondly, it transformed the image of the HRA. Overnight, the members of the HRA became heroes in the eyes of millions. Now, the colonial police swung into action. Several people were rounded up from different parts of the country. Ram Prasad Bismil was picked up from Shahjahanpur on 26th of October 1925. Ashfaqulla was arrested in Delhi on the 7th of December 1926. The accused were tried for several charges, including robbery and manslaughter. Now, let's take you to a colonial-era ring theatre in Lucknow. It now houses the General Post Office. This Gothic-style building has a special connection with the Kakori Train Robbery. The building was converted into a special court to try the accused of the Kakori Train Robbery. As the cases framed against the Kakori accused were of robbery and manslaughter, these prisoners were treated like criminals. The Kakori prisoners protested and demanded that they be treated like political prisoners. Here I have two very important documents from the UP State Archives. This is a letter written by Sachindranath Bakshi, one of the accused in the robbery. It was written from his prison cell in Bareilly on 5th October 1929. It contains a list of demands. These demands include a 12-anna diet, a daily newspaper, European bed sheets, cots, toothpaste, toothbrushes, etc. He also demands that no labor should be extracted from the Kakori prisoners. This letter also points towards the differential treatment received by Indian prisoners as compared to their European counterparts. This is the reason why there is a demand for European bed sheets and dresses. This other document is a copy of a judgment made in the case. The judgment was based on an inquiry report prepared by a British official. Out of the 40 people rounded up in the case, 14 were acquitted for the lack of evidence. Banarsi Lal and Indu Bhushan became witnesses to secure lighter punishments. Sachindranath Sanyal and Sachindranath Bakshi, along with some others, were deported to Port Blair Cellular Jail. Death sentences were awarded to Ram Prasad Bismil, Rajendra Lahiri, Roshan Singh and Ashfaqulla Khan. Rest of the accused had to serve different terms in jail. Rajendra Lahiri was hanged on 17 December at the Gonda district jail. On the 19th, Bismil met his end at Gorakhpur jail. On the same day, Thakur Roshan Singh met the same fate at Allahabad district's Malaka jail. Ashfaqulla was also hanged on the same day at Faizabad jail. Thanks for watching.